Hello everybody, welcome back. As you can see, we are at the manor with half walls at the moment. And today we are going to focus on the dining room and start looking at the kitchen. I did a little bit of work in here. I put a couple more pictures up, as you can see here. Put some more flowers around. And we built a basket for the firewood for the fireplace. So I think that looks pretty good. And all in all, not bad. So now we are moving on into the dining room. Now the dining room is accessed from two positions, either from this archway through this door here, or alternatively behind the stairs. And you see the stairs have changed color as well. I thought I'd put this cream on the walls and see what it looked like for the entrance hall, and it actually looks pretty good. I quite like that. So I've changed the stair color so that it works well with the room. And today is the dining room. Do you like the carpet? It's even got a couple of little things out of place. It's not the best image. You can see there's a I got it from Unsplash if I'm not mistaken, but it's not perfect, and we've got a few to play with. I've also been putting samples on the walls to see what we should use for the dining room. I have also put a chandelier here. This is the best we can do with a chandelier. I've actually put in two of these light fixtures and flip them so that there's more arms to it. So that's where we are right now. And I looked at a couple of chairs because we don't have a huge range of furniture available for the dining room, but it's a start. We've also done the paneling in here, crown molding, which was fun. And I say that because I see there's just a random piece here. And I think it's different to the living room, but I think it looks pretty good all in all. We will put a painting above the fireplace. I've tried all the metal for this chandelier here, and the metal is too damn dark for this room. Maybe once we've painted it, it will look a little bit better, but at the moment, that's the best that we can do. So now, as you can see, I cannot walk under the chandelier very comfortably. So let's look at it from here. These are the colors that I have seen, and I think this one is too close to the living room. It's not quite the same. So my thought would be either the green or one of the darker beiges, but beige, So I think let's try this green and see what it looks like. I'm going to just put it at the bottom here for now, and then on all the walls on the other sides. And as you can see, as I go at, the crown molding is going to pop, or the crown molding, all the molding is going to pop out, and we will color that as well. But I think that's quite a nice, bright, cheerful color for the dining room. So I know this is the warm green. So let's find, no, that's not what I'm looking for. We are going to have to change every single piece of molding that we have. Let's see if it'll work. I'm going with the plastic again, the matte plastic, because it actually works better than the wood. So if we go for that warm green, let's see how it looks. There's another piece there. And I actually think I'm going to leave the molding at the top white, because I quite like that little gap in between the two with the green and then the white. So let's do the room and see what we think. I'm going to leave the molding around the door also in white. As you can see, there's many pieces. I had lots of fun doing it. It's quite soothing just to put molding everywhere. There's no guarantees it's all perfect, but I tried really hard to make it perfect. There's one behind the door there, and two there. I think that's quite a nice colour. It's slightly on the lighter side as opposed to the living room, which is a slightly more intense blue, but I think that's pretty. Alright, let's do the rest. Done that one. Let's do all the molding here, and then the fireplace will also, the molding on the fireplace, lots and lots of molding, will also be this green. And you'll see that doesn't go all the way over here. So just for a little bit of a difference. Have I got them all now? Probably not. That will remain white. Okay, it's at times like this that I wish we had the magic palette. Come on, please select this wall here, thank you. But I don't have it. You know, the magic paint that we can use in the story mode. Maybe one day it will come, but clearly today's not the day. That looks pretty good. I think I've missed that. Now we can look at the carpet. I couldn't find, oops, again, see, I missed that. I always leave the paint out when I'm when I'm in a house that I have to buy paint, because I always miss something. Alright, let's look at this carpet. I also changed some of my custom pictures because we've got lots of custom pictures that we don't really need. We've got that rug, which is very pretty. This one is a bit smaller. We've got that one, which was on the floor, and then we've got that one. So that one, or that one. I actually think that one still works best. The green. So let's do that. The only downside of this being a picture is you can't place your table on top of it. You've got to place your table off of it and all your chairs, and then drag them onto it. So that's going to be fun. Now I was also looking at tables again, and we know that this table has got that terrible top on it again, which we can change if we get desperate enough. So that is that big, which will fit 6 chairs, which is all we really need. Okay, then we've got this table, which has got the curve in the leg, which is pretty much the same size, and it doesn't need anything. So I think I'm going to go for that. But let's just take it to, we were going to go with the mahogany, if I'm not mistaken. Let's see what the mahogany looks like, and then we can decide if that will work. I think that will work. I think that's very pretty. Alternatively, we can go for the light beige, which gives it a much smoother surface, which I think will probably work better. And as you can see, it doesn't quite line up with the middle of the thing, so we're going to have to make a plan there. Let's see. That's fairly close to the middle. Right, let's drag this over here, stick it right on that medallion in the middle there. Have a look. Now this is in the middle of the room, so maybe we need to move everything over slightly. So let's move this first. Try and get that medallion lined up with the medallion on the ceiling. A chair in my way. It's fairly much in the middle. That's fairly much in the middle. That's from this angle not bad. So I think that will work. Now we just have to decide which of these chairs is going to look better. So what I'm going to do is, we're not going to see much of the chair itself. We are only going to see the back of the chair, mostly from under the table. So let's do it this way. And we can just drag it in there. I have a feeling it will be one of these two, which is quite scary actually. Ooh. Not bad. I think that looks too rustic. I think this one is going to do the job. Hasn't got as much of a curve to the leg as the table has, but the table is very chunky. So I think that will do. Let's take these away. And then we can work lining up these chairs. So we need, actually we can probably do 8 chairs. I wish I had a better selection of everything furniture wise, but you know, it is what it is. Okay, it will do. definitely not lined up with the table, is it? This one is in the middle, so let's put that one in. Actually isn't. This, I think 6, 8 chairs will fit here. They might not fit if we place them like this, but they will fit. And in the pictures that I'm using as references, there are a lot of tables. And some of them I've seen built-in shelves, but I don't think with the molding on the walls here, the shelves will be useful. I do have the kitchen downstairs, so I'd like to put a table or something along this wall, so you can come up from the kitchen and you can place whatever. It's not perfect. I'm not going to sit here and make it perfect for you guys. I'll try and get it as good as it looks at a later stage, because I think we'll set this table. I think that'll look very pretty. So we've got that table there. What I'd like to do is, I'm looking through my image to see, the tables are fairly spindly. So let's see what we've got here. You see something like that, except for the legs. It's not bad. See, that one's bigger, but those legs on the right side, the shape. This is the one we used in the living room. Let's see how big it looks here. Should we go with the same light beach on it? Maybe a square. That will work just there. If we put another one there, we could put something interesting in the middle. Let's just copy that onto that. Yeah, I think that'll work. Maybe. Because then we can do some interesting art on the walls as well. The other alternative is we do find something tall that's going to fit with the aesthetic in here. That might work, but it is very chunky. If we place it there, it's not going to fit. So, do we use that? Let's pop those out. Now, what are we going to do? I'm still keeping knobs in mind here. There we go. And let's do light beach on everything except obviously the handles. Look, it's a nice break front. Line it up with the molding on the walls. What do you say? Not bad. called? Floridan. Oh, we have a sideboard here. We have that cabinet. That is bigger. No, I prefer that. That has a nice feel to it. But we could probably do that. Perhaps. This side, because we do have a lot of space in this room. Notice that there are a couple of these floating around. I just had a bunch hanging around in the corners. That might work. With a tall break front here and maybe a thin table. Let's take these tables out. They're not going to work. Let's see, console tables. Console. Maybe something fairly simple, because that is the widest console that we have. Seriously, doesn't like sitting again. I'm going to leave it there and think about it, simply because we can probably build something like this and longer, so that it goes along the whole of this wall here, maybe. And then, and from next to the fireplace, I'm thinking we do need a chair or something in the corner here. No, I would go for something like this again. Let's go with the mahogany. Some pictures on the walls, and we need some curtains. Now for the curtains, I wish we had tiebacks, but we don't. So we're just going to have to go with what we got. Now I'm recording this on a Thursday. And okay, it's the right height. I mean right width. Okay. I'm recording this on a Thursday, so tonight is when the new update comes out, and therefore I'm not going to be able to include the update in this, but if there's lots to look at, I'll try and do something tomorrow so that we can have a look at it on Saturday. I think that might be fun. Doesn't quite touch the floor. Let's take it to the floor. Let's not be shy about that. That's better. Okay, and with the colors in this carpet, we could go with a blue. We could go with I think the wood brings up this rust the best. So we could possibly go for a cream, but we also have the white in here, as you can see. So I think we're going to be very boring. Should we go for suede? I think the suede would look good in here. And that looks nice because of the molding. And you can see that I've taken it down to the lightest, and it does nothing, and that's why I don't want this to be too dark. I do like that, and I think we will use the candlesticks on the wall so that it actually gives us something interesting. Alright, let's center all this stuff now, shall we? We'll put a cushion on that, and I will put a cushion on that, and we are going to need some plants and some pictures and some fun stuff and some mirrors. So that's next. Is that centered? Yes, that is centered. Awesome. I will worry about that table just now. So the other thing I've done is I've cleaned up my images a little bit so that we've got a little bit more interesting stuff. Let's see what this frame we can use. Can we go, say let's go gold, and let's see what we've got. Well, these are all the carpets that we've got here, but we also have, look at these paintings, aren't they pretty? I got these from Unsplash, and I think they'll work very well in this room. Going to have to maybe work with a rectangular one. That could be interesting, and I think that's too light. That might work. Let's see. Fits perfectly. That gold definitely shines in the light. I think that will look really nice. Now, if we only had some really pretty mirrors. We've got this one, but it's got a heart in it, and that just drives me crazy. Nothing exciting. How big is this? Will it fit in? Yeah, that'll sort of fit in. Do we put mirrors perhaps on the sides here? I don't like that mirror. We're going to have to make a plan with a mirror, aren't we? I was thinking of something with a fancy frame, but that's the only one with a fancy frame, and that won't fit on the wall because of the molding. Okay, let's just pop it there for now. Let's see what else we can find. I need borders. We did with the PNG files where it's a clear background. I need something like that I can put behind a mirror so that it's got a fancy border to it. But in the meantime, we'll just go back to the pictures, and we're going to pop a couple in here. Let's see, we've got this that we can go with the gold. And we've got let's see, I'm looking between the curtains here. That is pretty. And we can maybe put a vase of flowers there. And then I wanted to put mirrors on each side of the fireplace, but we'll have to leave that for now. Alright, tables, if I want small tables, again, not much in the way of small tables that we can play with, but I'm going to go out on a limb here and I am going to do it in this. It's so tiny though. Console tables. How big is that? Might actually not look too bad there. We can maybe put a lamp on that. Yes, there's a lot of furniture in this room from this side. But okay, let's see what we can do. Now we have got the windowsill, which is slightly thicker than the shelf. So if we take the windowsill and we take and go, okay, let's make it beach. It will fit pretty much right along this whole wall here. So if we pop it in the middle of that, it's too tall. Okay. It should work. Now the only thing is we don't have curved legs. Damaged, and they still only, we could use these maybe. Let's see. If I go light beach, that might work. All right. Dang it. Is a bit chunky. Not too bad because we do have chunky in here. Let's do chunky. There. I don't love it, but you know what? I can live with it. And then what I'd like to do here is get a picture and lean it against the wall. That makes sense. So if we did, maybe one of these frames. Maybe that. We did gold. We do silver. Let's it's a little over the top, but we can always change it. Fine. Now where are those flowers that we were looking at? See, we've got, that is a nice big one. That is going to be a little bit big. Maybe that. Now this isn't going to sit on the wall, but that's fine. Okay, that is literally on the wall, so let's move it out a little bit. Take the grid snapping off. Give it a little tilt so it looks like it's sitting on the wall. I say leaning against the wall. That could work. Quite like that with the silver and the gold. It just makes it look very fancy. And then we are going to need flowers. Now, what I was thinking with these chunky legs, we can probably, let's find us a pot that we like. Yes. Maybe let's go for something fancy like this. We haven't really got much in the way of fancy equipment, so let's see. I would like something tall. I'm thinking of these sword lilies. They would actually look stunning. See how big those are. That's pretty good. It's got too many leaves. How about this one? It's got a distinct curve to it, so it doesn't look the same. Actually, that's pretty good. Just as a feature. Probably put a vase here, or let's take another look at these things. We don't really have much in the way of, how big is that? That might work, but we're just going to have to do some moving. Okay, what have we got in the mid-size that maybe a roses, like a whole heap of roses? Should we keep it in that, or should we go with, yeah, we don't really have much choice here. Special number 6. Yeah, that'll work. Okay, I'm getting rid of this mirror now, but I'm not paying attention to it anymore. I like that, but there's something missing down here. It's like it needs, not necessarily a shelf, but it needs something down there. I'll have to think hard about that. And then obviously on the mantelpiece, if we had clocks, It would be stunning to have quite a large fancy clock, but we don't. We have this. Oh, that look, that wouldn't be bad. I think I'd bring out that almost peachy color. That peachy color is there we go. That works pretty well. And then of course we need to change the color of this fireplace to match the background color just a little bit. So let's, okay, the base, we go ceramic and we go there. That would look pretty good because it's still got the white top. That's cool. And if we light the fire in there, very pretty. Okay, I can live with that. Now we need some lights and we need some bits and bobs. I think I'd like to put the candlesticks on the table instead of on the mantle. And yes, we're going to use these. I'm going to go for the light silver, and at no time is this going to give me a place to put them properly so they're even. Okay, sorry, to the middle of the table, not bad. I would like a vase. I would like a vase. What I'd really like is a clear vase, but we're not going to get that. So we're just going to have to just whip out vases and see what we've got. Okay, and there's that. I don't like that one. It's too chunky. That one. Big. I like the size, I don't like the shape. Dang it. That's lovely, but it's not going to work. Alright, what else? What other options do we have? We have this, which is quite small. That's not going to work. We have that, which is also not going to. The other alternate is something like, how about, and I know this didn't happen anytime close in this period. Where's the other glass? Maybe this one? Put these vases over here for now. Got any ideas of what else to use to put flowers in, let me know. Okay, let's look at flowers, shall we? We're probably going to have to go with the smaller flowers. Pansies. Actually, that might. Let's see. Some mixed pansies. How about those colors? That actually looks pretty good. Can we fit them on top of these glasses so they look like they're sitting on a vase? Maybe. Again, not perfect, but it just gives a bit of interest. I think that will work. All right. This, do we need it? No, we don't. This, do we need it? No, we don't. So we have our flower arrangement. I don't think that's bad. I wouldn't mind a tablecloth. We don't have that option, do we? Oops. Okay. Pity. I hear a dog barking. I think the neighbour's dog's got out again. That's just what it is. Alright, I'd like a couple of little tchotchkes sitting around, so let's see. Maybe a few ornamentals, maybe a few boxes. This clock is so tiny, which is the only problem. As you can see, it's minute. It doesn't really have a place anywhere. Maybe something like this. Do we want something like this? Sure, let's do that. It's tiny, it'll fit in the back there. We have some more interesting little bits and bobs. I really don't like the swan figurine or the fish. But you know, sometimes you could get desperate. This candle doesn't really work. Big is this one's? It's a little chunky, isn't it? We're going to leave that open. I don't like this arrangement. It doesn't feel balanced to me. This box needs to be a different color. Not quite what I'm looking for. So we pop that over there instead. No, I don't like that. Let's leave that there for now. What are we putting over here? Perhaps this. Looks a little bit better. Okay. Now, we need something there. I'm thinking of a pot plant. And I think we'll keep a sort of curvy look to it. Maybe not, maybe. Let's go with wood. Let's go with a bed next to the to think really hard what that was called. Palms have always been in. Will work. We put something on this side as well. I think so. I'm going to go and find frames so that we can put mirrors. I'm going to have to find a very square frame. Actually, you know what? Let's just copy that. You know what? Let's not do that. Let's do the Majesty palm here. We've got a lot of space. Won't impact the door in any way. Looking a little bit fun. It's got some stuff on the walls. And we can maybe put a print there, but a smaller one. Something with a slim frame. Still has those colors that we have in the room with it, so that's quite pretty. Alright, lights. Now I am tempted to do this. I am so tempted just to do that because I can. Do the same on the other side. Maybe. Let's just switch them off because we know what happens. Everything gets a little shaky. And should we do candles in here? That would be fun. Are quite chunky. We could do it in the center. See, it doesn't actually go as far, which is a pain. We will change the color of it. It doesn't look so out of place. Okay, let's copy that. Come on. Not the brightest light, but you know what? I don't need super bright. We've got candles on the table. We've got a nice fireplace. I think that'll work. And then we've got the lanterns here. Only question would be, I know we've got clocks. But we haven't really got, we've got this clock, which is tiny in the grand scheme of things. Maybe. Sort of tucked away in the corner, so it's not in everybody's face. That one won't work. How big is this in comparison? Pretty much the same size. That one. Does that stand? No. We can make it stand. How about? Actually, that's better. Alright, what are we going to do with you? I think let's do the mahogany. It's a little bit lighter. We can leave the gold details there. And we need cushions. Standing. And I think this is the right size. Yes, it is. The only problem is you can't put wallpaper on cushions. Would be nice though. Poplin, so cotton. That would definitely work. Okay, I'll take it. Okay, we're getting somewhere. I'm quite liking where we're getting. Let's just move that over here. And let's, you know, I keep saying let's put a plant, but it is what it is. It's all we have. Let's use that. Green instead of a white for a change. Throw that there, get rid of this box. That's a little big, but it works, it covers, it fills. It's a little bit smaller, but what I'm going for, it's that sort of cluttered feel to it that I quite like. Okay, I'm getting happier. And then of course we'll put some stemware in the break front. I'm not going to do that now, but we'll put some glasses in there so hopefully the light sort of glints off that. And I need to think of something there. Maybe what we need is an ottoman. That will work. Just don't like the leather. I would rather go for suede. It's not so shiny. And let's go with mahogany. We put 2 in there. Just leave the 1. Okay, I think that's looking pretty darn good. As I say, in fact, let's put a mirror on the wall because we can, and then I'll try and find something that I can use. Let's go with the gold. With like a fancy frame around that. I would prefer to put the mirror here and the clock over there. Or alternatively, we can put the clock. Now we don't really have much else place to put it. Now let's leave it there. Okay, so guys, let me know. Woo! Let me know what you think of the interesting, totally not what I normally do, style of the dining room. I actually quite like it. I think it's fun, and again, it's not me. Those flowers don't quite line up with everything. Sorry, I was standing at the door and I noticed. There we go. It will be fine. Alright, and then I will probably watch the live stream of the update, and if I have got time, I will give you guys a feedback. How about that underneath here? Is that weird? It's just a shape, just to make it look a little bit busier underneath there. Okay, as I was saying, and if there's a job, I'll probably do that as well. And then we're going to come back here. We are going to come through here and downstairs into the kitchen, and the kitchen's going to be fun. Let's just move. What the heck did, oh yes, that's where I want it to be. Let's just see. That's better. We don't have the plant sticking through the wall. And then down here, I have put all the windows in the kitchen now. I haven't done all the edges though, but we're going to have a utility room, probably a laundry room, probably a pantry, and a really big kitchen. And there will probably, do we pull a fireplace down here? I think that might be an awesome idea, because then we can have the fireplace right here in the kitchen, and that could be nice and cozy and toasty and warm. So guys, thank you so much for watching. If you've got this far, please subscribe, Hope you have a lovely day, and I'll see you all soon. Bye for now.